Dr. Mario vs. Coronavirus, now on mobile. Okay, time to talk about another super not relevant game. Will this help my standing in the YouTube algorithm? Hell no, but who cares? We're here for a debatably good time. So, Dr. Mario World, a fantastic re-envisioning of the old school NES game. Throw pills into a bottle, match some colors, but now it's upside down. And like I said, this is a mobile game, so of course it has those nasty microtransactions, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's one of the best falling block puzzle games, and not just in the mobile market. I think this game makes stellar use of the touchscreen. And yes, I'm about to talk about another Nintendo mobile game. Nintendo, Line, if either of you are interested in retroactively paying me for this, hit me up. So today we'll be looking at what mechanics makes this such a fun puzzle game. We're going to start by listing off a few of the surface level things that I like about this game before jumping into the meat and potatoes of it all. The single player is fine, but some puzzles are just a headache if you don't have the right doctor. But on the plus side, there are 4 different currencies you can accrue to unlock more units. None of that gems only nonsense that most of these games do. I refuse to pay you a dime, Bandai Namco, please hire me. Single player mode has some fun elements and challenges, but versus mode is where the Major League Gaming happens. It's all about speed and efficiency. There's definitely a tier list to the doctors and supports, but if you're gamer enough, you can get by without using the abilities. And let's talk about how you can do that. Now, this isn't something I've talked a lot about on this channel, but I do like me some falling block puzzle games. Tetris, Puyo Puyo, Panel de Pon, heck, I even like that one minigame from Mario Party 4. Anyways, aside from the pretty colors, one of my favorite things about these games is the adaptability. Matching colors to crunch down towers is really fun. Obviously, speed is first and foremost when you're playing online, but once you've got the speed down, outplaying your opponent comes down to how far ahead you can assess and build for. Each of these games has slightly different tools to help you do just that. For example, in Tetris, you have the preview window to help you plan ahead, and a hold slot. The hold slot is powerful. Not only does this allow you to bust out the big guns at the perfect moment, it's also a lifesaver when the ding-dang S-piece just doesn't fit anywhere. The tools are simple, but they give the player a lot of control. So how about Dr. Mario World? A significantly smaller preview window and no hold slot. On paper, this sounds worse. Less info and less control. But with the power of the capacitive touchscreen, you can create your own hold slot system that juggles even more pieces. Let me explain that a little better. In most falling block puzzle games, the excess blocks auto drop to the lowest available space. It's still something you have to take into account, but it really isn't something you have control over. In Dr. Mario World, however, these extra pieces break off and float down, or up, but whatever, they float. The point is, when they're in this state, they're in your control just like any other piece. Clear a yellow virus with a yellow blue pill, and as long as it isn't locked into place, you still have control over the blue half's placement. And from there, you can extrapolate that idea and queue up a bunch of pills on a limited timer proportional to the amount of free space you have. Basically a Tetris hold slot with a little bit of a higher risk. But this new tech gives you more control and is directly related to your ability to manage your pills in a limited window. Plus, you can shift blocks to any open space, so now you can break off a specific color and drop it in between matching colors to keep that junk block count low. Try and say that 3 times fast. Junk block count, junk block count, junk block count. And this maintenance system opens a whole world of options because you aren't locked to solving the puzzle in sequential rows. And you certainly can just do that, but if you use your noggin, you can potentially find new ways to make your block count work for you. And like I said at the beginning, these systems thrive on mobile. Had Nintendo made this game for the Switch, managing the falling queue with a controller or motion controls would have been way harder to do. This game has a clear understanding of the medium it's working on and adapts wonderfully to it. It's absolutely a gamble because you're creating a bigger problem for yourself if you mess up, but this all comes down to how far you can push your snap processing as a player. There are definitely some nonsense characters like Larry and 8-bit Dr. Mario, and you can certainly pay real-world dollars to have an advantage in game, but by and large, having a strong grasp of the game's fundamentals is a huge factor in your ability to win. I just think the self-managing system is sick. I'd love to see other iterations on it. Maybe there's some version of this on PC where you use the mouse instead of your fingies, but I don't know. It would certainly work, but I think there's a level of intuitiveness to the drag and drop gameplay that works really well on mobile. Anyways, I'm just pontificating at this point, and that's all I really have to say about Dr. Mario World until Nintendo gives me some money. So, I'll catch you all later. Have a good day. Hello, it is me, Scarlet Witch from Skokobia. I had to watch clips of the hit movie Age of Ultron in order to replicate her accent and very lively cadence. Anyways, I was wondering if Skadombia is a real place. I'm going to Google it now. It is not. Thanks for watching this video instead of WandaVision, a mediocre television show at best. Okay, thank you, bye bye.